I am extremely excited. I remember before I even wrote the story, I thought to myself, I want to have a story about this inspiration, this kindling of being an auntie, puppies, things like that, and having these teaching moments. But I remember thinking, oh, I really want to get it done in Indigenous language. I want to preface that I'm not fluent in Cree nor Nakota, but I often think about my responsibility in when it comes to the involvement of language. So I hope that being able to have, and I appreciate Second Story Press for helping me find a translator in the dialect that I would like, and have that out there and being available, because it's so important that even if you don't speak the language, it's important that you do some work, you contribute to the work of creating sustainability and keeping that language around. And so I really, really hope that I help contribute in some way. And I continue to learn the language. That's a big reason why I wanted to write it in Cree. Well, there's moments where I have it and I don't touch the paper for days, and or months even, and then there's moments where I just bam, I have it all out and have 2 or 3, chapters or 2 or 3 poems done, or what have you. I think that really inspired me last year, and I got involved in writing workshops. So there was actually one in Ontario that I went to, and it was virtual. It was through Firefly, I believe it was called. But I got involved in writing workshops, and then I applied for writing retreats. And you can if they're in your area, you can apply to. I really encourage writing retreats. There's some dreams that I have that are very spiritual, that I won't share today, but there is a dream that I have that I often share with my brother, because my brother's a really big sci-fi fan. And I was having a dream about sort of an end of times, like apocalyptic, and it might have been because at the time I was watching a couple of television series that really stuck to me that had the same sort of vibe. So I had a dream about this sort of post-apocalyptic world, and this like running and going through things. And I shared it with my brother, and I was like, we need to write a book. So me and my brother often write small short stories, and we share them, with one another. And I'm hoping that through more inspiration of these post-apocalypse sci-fi times turns into a small little book that me and him can publish together, because he has some short stories about some really cool things. That's a good question. And there's tons of things running through my mind right now, but
choose one, just one.
What I would love for viewers and listeners is to know that we have unique, diverse experiences, and that the concept of homogenizing is really painful and detrimental to the beautiful stories that each and every one of us have, whether that's lived experiences or what we write. My story, my Cree book that's coming out, in the Cree translation, it's going to be different from any other writer who's writing about being an auntie. And so I really want to press that. When we think of Indigenous or Black storytellers, that we have to recognize that we're not all the same. We all have different, unique experiences. And to really recognize that and keep that in mind when we're engaging with storytellers, but also when we're reading books or watching movies or things, whatever we create.